I'm Steve Murphy from UVS, Ultimate Visual Solutions. What I'd like to do is just give a very short and brief summary overview of our video wall technology. To do that, what we're showing here today is a 2x2 55-inch LCD video wall with a very narrow pixel to pixel gap between the screens. We also have a couple of rear projection cubes involved here. Behind the wall we have a video wall controller, and we have our video wall control software, which is a web browser application running on different workstations. We also have a touchscreen controller that we can use on the desk to very simply change preset scenarios very quickly and very fast on the system. So the video wall itself, here we're showing a mixture. We're showing some live video feeds from video cameras that we have in the room here, just to show that they are live. We have some graphic applications that are running on the controller. We have some workstation sources coming from laptops that are on the desk being connected via network or via HDMI, DVI or VGA. We also have live TV feeds coming in and some web browser applications that we can see here. So the video wall controller, if we look at the overview in a pictorial sense, we have the video wall itself, can be comprising of LCD video wall or rear projection cubes. And we have the video wall controller, which is normally mounted in a secure rack location. It could be 70, 60 meters away. We will interconnect the displays to the controller using typically Cat6s extenders that we supply. And into the controller are all the different feeds. You may still have analog camera feeds, of course IP camera feeds. We can have a range of RGB, VGA, DVI, HDMI type inputs, and we can also take data coming from workstations via the network, depending on the network security involved, depends on whether that might be allowed, but we can also encode onto a private network RGB, VGA type sources. Once those application sources are available to the controller, as you can see, we can make them available to anywhere. We can map them, create different preset scenarios on the video wall. All controllable very simply from touchscreen applications or directly from a web browser application. So for example, if I switch to preset 5, where we've got a different layout, we have a main central IP camera video, we have various graphic applications, clock, analog video feed of a DVD running in the back, and we have some live cameras and TV feeds. If I go over to our touch screen application, hopefully, unfortunately for you, you'll see me back on the wall here. Then we have a touch screen application where we're running the web browser application for controlling the wall. So for example, I can decide to again change the presets from this application here. You still see me up on the wall there, and change back to any other application to control the wall. Okay. So earlier we saw how easy it is to control the video wall once you've created your different preset scenarios using the touchscreen controller as an example for playing the different presets, preset 1, preset 2, etc. But how do we actually create those presets in the first place, or how do we take control of the wall dynamically if we have to change something instantly due to a different situation arising? It's very, very simple. We have a control GUI for controlling the video wall, which is available via a web browser. So I'm just on my web browser on my laptop. I've got the application open. I'm connecting my laptop via a HDMI connection to the video wall, and I'm showing it here so you get maybe hopefully a little bit of a better view of this. So what we have here is a representation of these 4 screens here. Represents my 2x2 area. The other screen areas are for different sections that we have in the demo room that we're not working with today, apart from the screen here, which you can see I've got my NetPix desk input connected to. So On the left hand side of the screen of the menu, I have selection of sources. So here I have a list of all of the different kinds of sources or types and specific sources, so cameras, IP streams, some analog DVD streams, workstation sources connected via HDMI, things like the FreeSat, TV tuner, network applications. So I can choose whichever source I want, simply click the source and populate it into a screen. It's very, very simple. So if I go then and choose, for example, the live TV source, I can populate and put that into the screen here. Okay. And again, if I choose, for example, a network source, so I've got a network application running, and I can pop that onto the screen here. Okay. Then at the moment, I don't have any grid set, so this images and the sources are coming full screen into the displays as I drop them in. If I simply activate my grid area, here I've decided that I've pre-selected a quad, so that in each screen I've got some quad areas. So if I now select an application, what you will see is it immediately sizes to the grid area that I've decided. I can set, as I say, virtually any different size of grid area that I want to use. And again, I can come through the different various sources that we have connected here, different cameras, and populate into the system. I also have the message box, which is a dynamic message box tool that we have available that we can bring onto the video wall. We can dynamically go in and change the text so that you can be giving information, updates of status to your colleagues or anywhere that's got an application or display that's running on the network system. Once I have a layout that I'm happy with, that I want to keep, I simply go to the layouts or the preset scenarios here, and I'm going to call it preset 6, P6, that I don't already have, P6. You might not see the text, but what it's saying is, do you want to add this preset on top of whatever you're showing when you load it? Normally we don't. Normally we just want to replace what's there with a new preset. But in some instances you might want to add it. But I'm going to replace it. I'm going to save it. If I now use the symbol to completely clean the wall, I should now see that I've got my P6, and if I load it, this is the preset that we had, that we've just created literally. Again, if I load it, if I clean the wall, I can then see here that on my touch screen I have a preset 6 already configured. So this is going to fire into our system to play preset 6, so we will get exactly the same review on here. So the control software, we can look at that in more detail with you. The demo room here is available in Burnley, Lancashire. We also have one in Euston, London. Very happy for people to come in and have a detailed evaluation to understand what your requirements are for the control room, how you want to drive the video wall, look at all the options of automating the driving of the video wall and the changing, not just by simple presets, but by external alarms and events. Everything like that is completely configurable and doable within the technology. So, thank you.